They are tiny creatures, so light, so fragile, barely a thousandth of a gram. And yet, they make the entire human race tremble. Every year, more than 1 million people die. Not from war, not from earthquakes, not from famine, but from a sound. A single whining sound in the dark, and a bite almost too small to see. Malaria, dengue, Zika. 3 names whispered with fear. 3 invisible wars we've been fighting for centuries. They have no claws, no teeth, no roar to warn us. Only wings, a needle, and the silence that follows. And then humanity asks, what if one day we invented a way to erase them all? Every mosquito gone forever. No more buzzing, no more blood, no more disease. Would that be our greatest victory? Or the first note in a symphony of extinction? At first, the world celebrates. Children sleep without nets. Hospitals close their malaria wards. Doctors smile on live television, holding vials of the last infected blood ever recorded. The news calls it the end of the smallest killer. Headlines praise a cleaner, quieter Earth. In crowded cities, people leave their windows open again. In humid villages, the nights are peaceful for the first time in memory. The air feels pure. The wind carries no hum. Even animals seem calmer. For a moment, humanity believes it has done something good, something pure, something final. But nature does not surrender. It adjusts. Quietly, invisibly, perfectly. Months pass. Then the first signs appear. Ponds that once shimmered with life turn cloudy and still. Fish gather near the surface, gasping for air. Frogs disappear. The night grows empty. Birds that once circled the lakes change their flight paths. Bats wander, hungry, their echo calls unanswered. Scientists study the samples and see the truth. Without mosquito larvae, entire chains of life begin to unravel. Those tiny, hated creatures once fed fish, frogs, salamanders, birds, and spiders. They were the first step in countless cycles of energy. And now, those cycles are breaking. In the silence that follows, the air itself seems heavier. Swamps turn sour. Water grows green and thick. The surface films over with rot and lightless life. Algae choke the sun. The smell of decay rises like smoke. Forests near wetlands begin to thin. The soil dries faster. Plants that depended on damp ground wither away. Insects that once hunted mosquitoes turn on each other or die of hunger. The quiet spreads from lakes to forests to the open plains. The peace humanity dreamed of starts to feel wrong. And then, nature strikes back in its quiet, relentless way. Without mosquitoes, other blood-seeking insects explode in number. Black flies, sandflies, ticks, fleas. They breed in warmth, fill the gap left behind, and bring new diseases humanity has never seen before. Doctors begin to panic again. Hospitals reopen. New viruses, new fevers, new unknowns. Different names, same suffering. In the tropics, crops begin to fail. No one knows why, until they look closer. Some mosquitoes were never killers at all, and they were pollinators. They carried life from one bloom to another for orchids, cacao, and wild fruit. Without them, harvests collapse. Entire ecosystems stumble. The markets rise, the rivers fall. The world that once cheered now whispers, "What have we done?" Scientists, desperate to repair what's lost, design a new kind of mosquito, genetically modified, harmless, sterile. They release them into the wild, believing they can restore balance without danger. But balance cannot be engineered. It must be earned. Mutations appear. A resistant strain spreads unseen. It doesn't bite, but it multiplies uncontrollably, devouring bacteria, plankton, anything small enough to fit in its path. Within years, mosquitoes return. Stronger, stranger, unstoppable. They fill the skies again, a living reminder that nature cannot be rewritten. We won a battle once, but we never won the war. And as the hum returns to the night, humanity finally understands. We never defeated nature. We only paused its rhythm. Because nature is not something to destroy or to fix. It is the system that allows us to exist at all. Every creature, from the whale to the worm, from the oak to the mosquito, is part of a pattern so complex we barely understand its shape. Remove one thread and the web trembles. Remove too many and it collapses. Mosquitoes may be our enemy, but they are also proof that balance is built from everything, even the things we hate. They are a heartbeat we don't want to hear, but one we depend on all the same. Erase that heartbeat and the silence left behind belongs not to victory, but to death. So perhaps the question is not, what would happen if we killed all mosquitoes? The real question is, what will happen when we keep believing we have the right to decide which lives matter? Because every time we try to play God, the world reminds us we are still its children. And sometimes what we call progress is only the first echo of our own extinction.